Can one walk change your life? I believe the answer is yes. In fact, I've experienced that. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 specific walks that changed my life and how one walk can change yours. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm not a doctor, not a licensed personal trainer. I'm a guy who loves walking, and to help you create a habit of walking, I do a daily audio podcast, Walking is Fitness. Every day there's a brand new 10-minute episode, and to keep it fun, I record each episode while I'm out walking, so essentially we're taking a walk together. And let me tell you, walking can change your life. It can lower the risk of an early death, it can lower the risk of heart disease, of certain cancers, type 2 diabetes, dementia. Walking is a great way to calm anxiety. It can help you manage stress. Walking can also help you think better, even be more creative. There's research behind that, in fact. And walking can help you manage your weight. So the first walk that I want to tell you about that changed my life happened on August 25th, 2017. I was attending a podcast conference, was thinking about starting a podcast, wanted to learn more about podcasting and how this whole thing worked, but I didn't have an idea. I didn't know what the podcast could be about. So I took a walk because I did know that thinking while walking usually yields some pretty good ideas. Helps me think outside the box. Again, there's research behind that. Out of Stanford, I think it was 2014. They found that people who were walking were 66% more creative than those who are sitting. And I had experienced that. I knew that walking helped me think better, so I took a walk. And within 15 minutes, had an idea. I thought, hey, why don't I do a daily 10-minute podcast to help motivate others to walk more, and I can record those episodes while I'm out walking. That podcast not only changed my life, but that podcast is helping thousands of other people around the world change their lives, helping them to build a consistent habit of walking that they're falling in love with, that is changing their life. So here's the thing. You got a problem, you need a solution, you need an idea, you need to figure something out, take a walk. My guess is you'll probably come up with a pretty great idea that you hadn't considered before, or at least the next step towards solving a problem. One walk. When you're focused on coming up with an idea, when you're focused on solving a problem, one walk can change your life. It certainly did for me. All right, walk number 2, January 2nd, 2013. It was the day I got my first step tracker. And I thought, let's see how close I can get to 10,000 steps. I wasn't anywhere close, but I fell in love with walking. Tracking my steps added the element of self-competition to fitness, and that changed my life. It's a love of walking that continues to this day. A habit of walking can change your life. You know, those benefits I mentioned a moment ago, lowering the risk of an early death and lowering the risk for some certain bad health outcomes, those don't happen with one walk. Those happen with a commitment to walking over and over again, day after day, week after week, month after month, year over year. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, you said one walk that'll change your life. Now you're talking about a whole bunch of walks, a lot of walking. Well, those habits, the habit of walking, actually the habit of anything, doesn't start without the first one. You can't create a habit of walking without the first intentional walk. Take a walk, the first one, to create a life-changing habit. And that means that first walk will have changed your life. Walk number 3 that I want to tell you about happened on November 9th, 2018. I had a commitment, a daily commitment to reach a certain number of steps. And I made this commitment for an entire year. And I started it on September 1st, 2018. The weather had been pretty nice. I was excited. I was doing this thing. But then November 9th, the weather was terrible. It was cold, it was windy, it was raining, and I remember standing in my bedroom. It was like at 2:30 in the afternoon, looking out the window as the rain is coming down, and it just looked dreary. And I was thinking, why am I doing this? Why did I make this commitment? Why did I make this promise? Nobody will care if I don't do it. And yet, in that moment, I made the decision to take the walk, to keep my promise, to keep my commitment. And I'm not someone who naturally does hard things. You give me the choice between easy and hard, and I'm pushing the easy button every time. But on November 9th, 2018, I didn't push the easy button. And that one walk in really challenging conditions was a powerful reminder that I can do hard things. When you make a commitment to fitness, when you make a commitment to walking every day, you're going to have a day or many where you don't feel like it. And the first time you say, you know what, I'm going to take the walk anyhow, it's going to change the way that you think about yourself. It's going to be a powerful reminder that you are capable of doing hard things. That one walk, when you don't feel like it, could change your life. If you want to begin a walking habit that will change your life, a walking habit that you will fall in love with, I invite you to check out my podcast, Walking is Fitness. Every day there's a brand new 10-minute episode. And again, to keep it fun, each episode is recorded while I'm out walking. So essentially, we're taking a walk together. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.